this is Baller. Hello, I have prepared an important and interesting video for you. Subscribe and write in the comments what you think about it. It is not only men who are standing guard over Ukraine in its time of peril. Across the country, women have also stepped forward in large numbers to defend their homeland against the Russian invasion. Tens of thousands have officially joined the armed forces, taking on roles ranging from frontline soldiers to commanders. Many others have formed all-female volunteer groups that carry out specialized missions. One of the most remarkable of these is the Witches of Bucha, a volunteer unit that has inflicted damage on Russia, both physically and psychologically, and whose members have become a symbol of courage and resilience. For decades, the presence of such a unit would have been impossible. Women have been allowed to serve in Ukraine's military since 1993, but for years they were barred from most combat roles and often relegated to support positions or temporary roles in volunteer battalions. This changed in 2017 when the Ukrainian armed forces formally opened more than 60 combat positions to women. The change was significant. By 2020, women made up more than 15% of the armed forces, with hundreds holding senior command positions. The timing proved critical. Just 5 years after the reform, Russia launched its full-scale invasion, and Ukraine needed every capable individual to contribute to the defense effort. While many women joined the military full-time, others found ways to balance their family responsibilities with active defense duties, protecting their homes and communities in their spare time. Among these defenders are best friends Valentina and Inna, both in their early 50s and residents of Nemeshevo, a small village near the city of Bucha. Before the war, Valentina worked as a veterinarian and Inna as a teacher. Their paths first crossed many years before the invasion, when their young sons became friends in preschool. Shared humor and common values brought them close, and over time they became inseparable. That bond was tested in the spring of 2022, when Bucha became the scene of one of the most infamous massacres of the war. Russian forces slaughtered hundreds of civilians and prisoners of war, including children. A memorial wall now bears the names of more than 500 victims. Valentina and Inna survived, but were separated by the chaos. Valentina sheltered with her family and frightened neighbors in a cramped basement for over a week, as the sounds of gunfire and killing echoed above. Inna fled 60 miles to her grandparents' rural home, where she was safe but anxious for her friend. At one point, Valentina sent Inna a message asking her to care for her 8-year-old son if she did not survive. Inna agreed without hesitation. They were eventually reunited, but the trauma remained close to the surface. Tetiana, another member of the Witches, comes from Irpin, a city of about 65,000 people located 16 miles from Kyiv. In March 2022, Russian troops entered and occupied parts of Irpin. Her husband, Alexander, a journalist, enlisted in the military, while her brother, a police officer, began transporting supplies to soldiers. Before long, both men were killed in the war, her husband first, followed by her brother just a day later. Tetiana evacuated with her daughters to western Ukraine and eventually to Spain. Later, she returned alone to help others who had lost loved ones and to deliver supplies to the front lines. When Russian drone attacks on Kyiv intensified, the Bucha Territorial Defense created a local air defense unit recruiting civilians to spot and shoot down drones. Tetiana saw the recruitment post and joined immediately. Valentina and Inna joined as well. By day, they continued their civilian jobs. A real estate agent, a nanny, a pastry chef, a manicurist, doctors, and teachers make up the rest of the unit. By night, they don combat uniforms, strap on helmets, and take positions in forests around Kyiv, armed with old Maxim machine guns from the 1930s, outdated ammunition, and sheer determination. The Witches of Bucha are led by Colonel Andrei Velati, who previously commanded 200 men in mobile air defense units. When mobilization laws changed and many of his men were reassigned to the front, he decided to recruit women instead of underage boys. Now he speaks with pride about their accomplishments, saying that thanks to them, many homes and vital infrastructure remain intact. Their mission has become even more urgent as Russia escalates its drone warfare. In July alone, Russia launched more than 6,000 drones into Ukraine, the highest monthly total of the war. Though the Witches can only bring down a fraction of them, each interception means one less drone to destroy homes, hospitals, or power stations. For the women, the unit is more than just a military assignment. It is a source of purpose, camaraderie, and healing. Many have suffered profound losses, but in the Witches they have found strength, mutual support, and the determination to contribute to Ukraine's victory. A new chapter is beginning with the creation of the Harpies, an all-female drone unit. Unlike the Witches, who focus on defense, the Harpies will carry out offensive drone strikes deep into Russian territory using FPV drones, strike UAVs, robotic platforms, and heavy bombers. Together, these women represent Ukraine's refusal to bend, break, or surrender, and they show the world that courage knows no gender.